And we start this noon with the latest in the murders of Savanah Soto and Matthew Guerra. SAPD Chief William McManus and the Bexar County District Attorney just held a joint press conference.
Dylan Collier was there asking questions. He has more for us. Dylan.
And good afternoon. It's probably safe to say there were about 5 new developments that came out of this press conference, which wrapped up just a few minutes ago. The big one right off of the top, the gun they believe to be used in that triple murder just before Christmas has been recovered from the home of Ramon and Christopher Preciado on Charlie Chan. That was the first development that Chief McManus summarized for us. He also said that they have added charges for altering a human corpse to both the father and son. We had seen that the father had attempted to post bond on his charges, which were lesser than what the son is facing. They now have that additional charge of altering a corpse. District Attorney Joe Gonzales also took part in this press conference. He said they do not believe that the father, Ramon, aided, assisted, or abetted in the murder of Savanah Soto or Matthew Guerra. That's an important point because that is why he has not been charged with capital murder at this point. He was not essentially part of the initial murder, and according to the district attorney's office and what we've heard from police so far, came in later and helped move those bodies. The fourth development that was brought up to us, the chief would not comment on whether or not the mother of Christopher Preciado has been questioned by SAPD officers. There was additional activity at their home in the last couple of days. He would not go into details on whether or not the mother specifically has been questioned in connection to this triple murder. And then the fifth development, this was a question that we asked the chief directly about whether Ramon Preciado was thrown a towel from another person in his truck prior to wiping down Guerra's sedan. They had released that surveillance video, that clip of the car pulling into the apartment complex. And then what we've been told is Ramon Preciado pulling up in his Silverado truck. It does appear, based on the video, which again was shot from a far distance away, that somebody, another person in that truck, tosses the father a towel prior to wiping down the car that belonged to Matthew Guerra. Here is what Chief McManus had to say about that potential development. Small part of the secret.
Yeah, that's something we're still looking into. It's something that's been brought up in conversation about this, so we're still looking into that.
So that could potentially be a third suspect or someone that was there while the bodies were dropped off at the apartment?
As the investigation continues, it could be. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it is possible.
Why the father, Ramon Preciado, is not charged with capital murder. Someone can be charged with murder if that person is directly responsible because that person either intentionally or knowingly caused the death of the individual, or that person can be charged with as a party to a murder. But under Texas law, the only way that someone can be charged as a party is that that person has to aid, assist, encourage, or abet the commission of the offense intended. As far as we know, there is no evidence to indicate that the father was involved in the murder.
And that 90-day clock to indict the Preciados has officially begun for the Bexar County District Attorney's Office. So you can expect a formal indictment, potentially new charges. We could see what exact capital murder charge will come against the son, most likely sometime this spring. Reporting live at Public Safety Headquarters, Dylan Collier, KSAT 12 News.